We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We are back. Classic. We are back. We are back.
Yeah. Judah Bing. Rolling with the punches. Time to tune in, go alert your cool friends. You can even let the tough guys and the goons in. They not the sinister six, but quite similar. After one set, son, I bet your ass remember them. Cats feminine, be gossiping and whispering. You can't resemble them. Competition, they diminish him. They got a starting five, Tommy playing point guard. BVO the center, D3 is the small forward. Sock the shooting guard, Marky Dan the PF. With D3 the sixth man, you sinking like quicksand. Too many channels making false and fake articles. We maintain remarkable and break them into particles. If you don't try to start with us, then we won't start with you. Cause it can finish quick, we ain't with the sissy shit. Plus we got Keith Cologne in El Fondo. I don't think you wanna fuck with Lo Mi Hair del Mundo. So just chill, ease back, and enjoy the vibe. Like the video, hit the bell and subscribe. Just chill, ease back, and enjoy the live. Hit the bell, like the video, you hear me, yo? Yeah, word 'em up. Judah Bing. Rolling with the punches. Yeah. You know the deal. Tommy from the Bronx. Rolling with the punches. Word 'em up. Okay. You see what I'm talking about? That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Rolling with the Punches podcast with Judah Bing, my friend. The música, ¡mua! Hermosa. Judah buried these cockroaches.
What's good, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to another edition of Roll with the Punches podcast. This your boy, Tommy D, a.k.a. Thomas from the Bronx, a.k.a. TD Sports Talk, as some people may know me as Turncoat Tommy. My man D-Free's having a little bit of trouble right now. He's with his grandson. You know what I'm saying? They're doing their thing. He's getting a little haircut and stuff like that. So he'll be in and out right now. So I was expecting him here to do the intro, and we just joked about it, and boom, he fell off. You know what I mean? But D-Free will be back. But we got a guest today, and I want to bring her up in a couple of seconds. You know, salute to everybody in the chat. I'll get to you after the show is going on. I'll try to pay attention to the chat as much as possible, you know what I'm saying, to see if you guys got any questions, you know what I'm saying? And then but first, let's see if D-Free trying to get in right now. But yeah, man, we got a good special guest today. I don't know if she's out of Seattle, Washington, or Brooklyn, New York, which both are close to me because, I'm a Seahawks fan and I'm from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? But she's actually in Egypt right now, training, working out, so we're going to learn a little more. So without further ado, there go my man D-Free. Hopefully the connection is stable and good, you know what I mean? And salute to you. That's my guy, D-Free. But without further ado, let me bring up our guest, Precious Harris-McCray, 5-3, 4 by way of knockouts. Let's get it. What's good?
Yeah, it's good. It's going down. How's everybody doing?
Chilling, man. Can't call it.
We're happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Nah. I appreciate you, donating some of your precious time to us. You know what I'm saying? And Precious, that's your legit name, right?
Yeah, that's my legit name. Precious Mercedes Harris-McCray.
Precious Harris-McCray. All right. But your nickname is Pressure. Where does that come from? How did you get that?
So when I was living in New York, over in Brooklyn, East New York was where I was living at, but I was training out of Gym X. And that's over where Yoel, all of them, Zab Judah's family and stuff be at.
Yeah.
So I was training. I was in there with the dudes. You know what I'm saying? I was the only queen up in there with all the dudes, and I was just roughhousing it. You know what I mean? I was always in the beginning. I was always just applying the pressure. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really care when I was first in there. I didn't really care about getting hit either. That was that's not good. No. But I was just really just in there, just like I just be up on people.
Okay. So East New York, which is kind of I think Brownsville is real close, right?
Right next to it. Right next to it.
So so you were of my guy Shoo then.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Word.
Let me I got a cheap plug right there. That's my guy right there. That's me and Shoo right there. You know, he just fought a couple weeks ago. I actually went to Cleveland to go watch him fight. That's my guy. So
and his people are over. They're not too far from Canarsie. His people, a lot of his people.
Yeah.
Word.
You ever got a chance to meet him or interact with him?
Not in person. No. Unfortunately, not yet. Not yet. I should say. You know, the boxing communities. Once you start moving, you get to meet people.
Okay. What about Shannon Briggs?
No. I didn't know. I have not met Shannon yet. You know what I'm saying? I know Richard, them and shit like that, but I haven't met Shannon yet.
Okay. Yeah, Shannon be all over, man. Shannon just walks. He be on the trains. He be all over. He don't care. He's just like a regular civilian out here, you know? So, and then you'll hear him from like a mile away, "Let's go, champ," screaming.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. He does that everywhere he goes. He'll be on the train screaming it. But yes, that's cool. So how long you been? So are you still active or still live in Brooklyn or still in New York?
Yeah. So check this out. Like long story short. So I'm born and raised in Seattle, right? For the most part, the West Coast. But then 2020, I was an amateur and I was like getting ready to go pro, and I was like, you know what? I want to see if I'm really supposed to do this. So in 2020, I would say 2020, 2021, time isn't the best with me now, but I moved to Brooklyn, and I didn't tell anybody that I was an amateur boxer. I didn't tell them, how many fights I have. I didn't tell them I had been Golden Gloves or anything. And I just made my way. So I was in Brooklyn for about 4 years. I'm thinking the math is crazy, but basically last October, I moved officially, and I came to Egypt to take like a 6.5 month break, and I was really trying to decide ultimately whether I really wanted to do this pro thing or not. You know what I'm saying? I fought 7 times in 16 months. My second year anniversary, I fought Cyborg. You know what I mean? Before that, I fought Elia Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like I was doing a lot in my career really early. I learned a little bit about the game. The boxing world can get kind of dark, and I just needed a break. So I came to Egypt, which I've been to many times. I'm really cool with the indigenous here. I got like a whole home in the village. You know what I mean? So I chilled out for like 6.5 months. Yeah. And then during Ramadan, which was this past March, I was like, nah, I'm meant to box. I can't just disappear from the world. So I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I had enough time to think about it, and I came back, and this is where I'm at.
Oh, okay. That's
I still got my training team and all that, though. The Sosa brothers, all that. You know what I'm saying? Over at New York Cops and Kids, still got all them. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask you about that, because tomorrow there's a fight here in New York, the Zuffa card, and three of the fighters on the card, Berlanga, Hitchens, and Deverenchenko, they all been part of the Cops and Kids program. So I was gonna ask if you was part of that program as well.
I was in there. Yeah. I was in there for sure. I was in there right before I headed out too. Hitchens didn't spar. I didn't spar with Hitchens. Well, he's really sparred with me. He did me a favor.
Okay. So talk to us, let the people know, because I try to tell people about the Cops and Kids, but I'm not familiar with it. I just know of the fighters that's been a part of it. But tell us about the program and about what you know of Cops and Kids and how they help the community.
So so check this out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm familiar with a lot of the gyms, and they're familiar with me in the New York City area. You know what I'm saying? But Cops and Kids probably has one of the best programs, just being from West Coast, being in Cali too, being at gyms over there and all that. The New York City Cops and Kids program is beautiful, especially for the kids and all that. But as far as the pro status and all that, they got an amazing program. All the coaches work well together. You don't see that often too. Let's be real, right? You don't often see where you have multiple trainers that are able to work with each other. If my coaches, the Sosa brothers aren't there for me, they got other trainers in there working with everybody. They got an amazing strength and conditioning program. It's a beautiful thing, and everybody's like crazy supportive over there. Everybody's crazy supportive.
Okay, yeah, and it's expanding. So like I believe it started out in Brooklyn, and then there's a couple in the Bronx. I think Peter
Quinlan, word.
Yeah, Peter Quinlan has something to do with one in the Bronx.
Yeah. Have you checked out the one in the Bronx yet?
Yeah, I think he did one. He got one in the Bronx.
He does, but I haven't seen it.
Okay, I haven't, but I saw when they did like the opening, and I'm almost positive Peter Quinlan has something to do with that, and he's from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So
word.
Yeah, but it's a good program. I know a few people that's a part of it. There's a cop that fights. I don't know if you know her. I think Nisa Rodriguez.
Nisa, of course I know Nisa. That's my girl. That's my girl.
Oh, okay. That's what's, I'm gonna talk to her.
That's my girl. Word.
Yes. Okay, that's what's up. So you see, like, it's the community.
She's ranked too. I think Nisa's top 5. Top 5 right now is the WBA right now, middleweight. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. She's on a little break. She's on a little break right now.
Yeah, because I think she's still an officer. I don't think she retired.
Yes. She's very active. You know what I'm saying? That's the cool thing about Nisa is like, not only is she an officer, she's working at. Before I left too, I heard she was working at both New York Cops and Kids gym spots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. On top of it being a detective doing what she does, you know what I'm saying? She does a lot for the community, just for boxing. Like she does a lot for real.
She does. I heard she's done tremendous things over there within the community.
Yeah, she's a superwoman for sure. Yeah. For sure.
That's what's up. You see how everybody knows everybody, and through that program. The program is a very special program. That's why I wanted you to talk about it, because people don't know that I try to talk about it, but I myself haven't visited either of them. Right. I want to go to the one in the Bronx, so I may do that this summer before the summer ends. I may do that, but I know.
Yeah, I think word. I think the big thing too is like it's a free program. You know what I'm saying, and that's huge. You know what I'm saying. Being in the locations, I don't know about the Bronx, but just the locations that they've chosen is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying. I would say it's not too rough, but it's not too excellent and elegant, but it's a beautiful spot, where all are welcome. But it's just a spot where to be able to have a free program with that much advancement when it comes to trainers, just everything that a kid needs, a fighter needs. Just I think they got tutoring stuff going on now too. Like it's pretty dope. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
And what makes it special too, and a lot of people don't know this too, because as fans, right, we always look at what the fighters do in the ring, and then we look at and then we're really quick to criticize what they do out the ring. So when you talk about a Richard Hitchison who talks a little crazy outside, and a Berlanga who talks a little crazy, these guys actually go back to the community.
That's
and
period.
Give back to those kids,
right?
Which is
period.
A lot of people don't know that.
Period. No, they don't. And they go to all the gyms too in the local area. You know what I'm saying? They're not shy about where they came from. They hit up all the gyms in the neighborhood. They take time. They'll spar with anyone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got sparring with him. You know what I'm saying? It was a few years back though, where he was just like, he gave me a little compliment. You know what I mean? He was like, no, we talk in the ring. We talk. So he's like, oh, this bitch got a jab. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talk. It was rough out. We was in there, but you know what I mean? He's amazing. Like he's for real. He's real. Everybody sees him. You got to be confident. Being a fighter, once you're doing your thing, it looks very arrogant to people that don't understand the work, and you got to walk it like you talk it. So it looks different to people. But when I say he's an amazing dude, he's a dope dude. Like he's fire. He's a king for sure. He's a king.
It's good to know because I like Hitchens, and I'm one of the ones that be criticizing him. But I know what he does in the ring and outside the ring. I respect it. But I mean, young guys, young adults, they still learning how to be adults, and they may say some crazy things and do things. We were all there too. You know what I'm saying? So it's quick to criticize, but we got to understand that these guys are athletes and they do good things. Also. So exactly.
We're human. You know what I'm saying? Everybody forgets. They tend to forget.
Yeah. D Free, man. Talk to us. D Free.
I'm looking over there like, how's his camera going, D?
Yeah, it's a tough spot. D Free, if you're there, chime in, bro. So one of the things I wanted to ask you, so as I looked and I did some research on you, because I had to do some research, you're 38 years old?
Yeah, word.
And you just started boxing professionally a few years ago?
2 years ago. Yeah, I'm at my 2.5 mark. So May was my 2 year. So I'm at what, like almost 2.5 year mark now.
Okay. And so what I've noticed about that, what before we get to the career, let's go. Why so late? What were you doing before that? What brought you? What was the journey up to that point? Talk to us.
Man, I'm just I just, I mean, let's see, like I've just been a late bloomer, I mean? I was on my own at a young age and just trying to figure stuff out, I was in the military for like 14 years.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know, like just kind of running the streets, you know what I mean? Okay. I was trying to figure out life. And I remember, check this out, the first time I heard about boxing, I was like 23. And a woman named Queen Underwood saw me, and I was playing basketball in a college over in Seattle, and she was like talking to me, and she was like, knew about my life, and she was like, have you ever boxed? And I was like, nah. Mind you, I used to be like really timid, really quiet, really chill. I was like, nah. She's like, you've been in a fight before? I was like, I mean, I've had to fight for my life, but I don't. She had mentioned it, and I like did some fitness classes then, but I was like, again, life, a lot, running the streets, you know what I'm saying? But when I was like, 27, I remember having a dream, and I had a dream about boxing, and I woke up and I was like, man, I need to try to pursue boxing. And so it started then, right? But I took like a 2-year break here, 2 year trying to figure out what I wanted to do with boxing as an amateur, a few fights in, took off some time. That's really what it was. You know what I mean? I didn't really get the inkling to really just drive and do it until I was about 27.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Be free.
Late bloomer, you know?
Yeah. So you get into boxing at a later age. Do you see yourself prolonging your career into your mid early 40s? Because getting up there age, and a lot of people say, hey, I don't want to fight when I'm in my 40s. I want to be able to walk away and have all of my faculties and things like that and still good. How you see yourself now? Do you see yourself still feeling like the young person that first got in it?
Oh, yeah. So everybody's different, you know what I mean? We could really get deep into it. We won't get too deep into it, right? So we talk about when you wear and tear from life to boxing on your body, and then genetics, that's a huge role, right? I move better now than I did when I was 25. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing for me is I don't take much damage. You know what I'm saying? I don't take much punishment. As far as your original question goes, age is just a number, especially with women, especially if we haven't had babies yet, right? So we get into that, right? But I will say this, because I'm such a late bloomer, that does mean that my period is shorter. So I may be able to be advanced and do my thing over the next few years or whatever. But I realistically, like, I don't got a whole bunch of time. I'm not 25 and I can go until I'm 40 if I'm careful and all that type of stuff. I'm 38. I'm looking good. I look like I'm just starting to prime and peak now. We'll see what happens. I think definitely right now I got at least another 3 years guaranteed, which is why I'm doing the routes that I'm doing. For me, it's a very realistic thing to say I'm 38 now, right? If I keep it together, I can guarantee 42. So I look at that and I'm like, all right, cool. What can I do with the next 4 years? And then we'll reassess then. But that's the very realistic thing is I know I can do it till I'm 42, and then we'll reassess what it's looking like.
Okay. And then
Okay.
With that being said, so you're living a fighter's lifestyle right now, right? I mean,
oh yeah, this is all I do. That was the other thing too, is like I even throughout my career, like I've had a lot go on. It's been a really rocky career. Did my best, but I wasn't ever really up in the beginning. I was my first handful of fights up to Sonya drilling. But kind of after that, I fell off and I was not living like a fighting lifestyle, consistent in the gym. A lot of those fights, I was prepping with like 3 weeks time, 4 weeks time tops. Not really training too hard before that. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot go on. Not that that's an excuse at all, but you know, warriors know when if you're built to fight, you'll take the fight. Even if some would say you're not mentally ready. So now I'm living a boxer's lifestyle, a fighter's lifestyle, a warrior's lifestyle. This shit's way different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always thought that, you know what I'm saying? But this is different. This is different. This is all this is different. This is different.
I mean, when I look at your resume, when I look at the record, like you only had what, you're 5-3-1, I believe, or 5-3. 8 fights, right? But there's like 3 or 4 names that I recognize right away. So like those are names that have been in there with some good fighters. I mean, Cyborg, she's more of an MMA, and now she's into boxing.
Yeah.
So you've been in the ring with some experienced, really good fighters. I think your last fight you fought a girl that's been in the ring with Tam Tebow. So I recognize her.
Yeah. Mary Casamassa, and like Mary Casamassa, and she could fight. She got decent power. You know what I'm saying? And she's like a true fit elite 154 too, weight wise and all that stuff. But you know, she's ranked, I think, number 8 in the world in middleweights. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. She's top 10. I think she's top 10 with super welters now. You know what I'm saying? The fights that I've fought and lost to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have any fear. That's the first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? But early in the career, it's bigger names. You know what I'm saying? I fought Ilya. She's number 3 in the world. Yeah. I think she was number 5 at the time, right? Number 5 at the time. Went the distance with her. You know, Cyborg, you know, felt good, looked good in there, slipped up, took a hard punch, you know, power punch. That's the hardest I've ever been hit in life, honestly. But you know, that's what I like. I love to fight. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm built for war. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That last fight I just had with Mary Casamassa, you know, I fought on a 1 month notice, but I only had 3 weeks because I was out here. Okay. I had just moved to Cairo from the village, and I had just found a gym, a kickboxing gym, y'all. I was at a kickboxing gym for like a week, and I got a call, and they were like, "Do you want to fight?" And I was like, "In a month?" And I'm like, "I have 6.5 months chilling at the Nile." I'm like, I'm built for this. This is going to jumpstart my engine. I'm not calling it a comeback, but it's going to jumpstart the engine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the engine's going to run perfectly, but I don't care about that. You know, that was just what I needed. And so I got in there, did my thing, you know, went the rounds, got the rounds in, only running on 2. Like I only sparred 3 times to get ready for that fight. Okay. Yeah, it was crazy. I you know, I mean, I had to get to I have a team here in Egypt now. They're fire Bedro. You know, he used to train with Lomachenko and all them back in the day, along with Jimmy. They work together. The Sosa brothers, they work together. Jimmy and my team here, and they work with me. But you know, I love competing. You know what I'm saying? And it's about me. You know what I mean? Warrior is about facing hard fights. That's what I'm into. A lot of people are into, you know, other things, building a certain way, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not here to knock that. They want specific things. They want jewelry. They want trophies. They want fame. They want glory the way that they want it. You know what I'm saying? For me, Natasha is you know what I'm saying? We get into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you are a female boxer, if you are a fighter, especially in super welterweight, middleweight, and you don't know her name, I don't know what you're doing.
Well, Natasha's a little bit similar to you. Like, she's been battle tough pretty much. Now, she's got more fights. She has more experience, but all her fights pretty much, they put her in there tough, and she's been
no fear. No fear.
So she, you know, I'm very aware now. I mean, I've got a chance to interview Natasha Spence, so we got to hear her story, and then ever since that interview we did, she's gone a little winning streak also. So I'm very aware of who she is, and when I looked and did some research on you, I saw there were similarities there. You know, she's been boxing a little bit longer, but matched up tough. So so what I see coming forward, and you're going to talk to us about it too, is I just feel like a good matchup. I feel like we're going to have a really good fight in Virginia on August 22nd. Right. Yeah. So talk to us about that, about the matchup. Maybe tell us about some of the strengths and maybe some of the weaknesses if you want. I mean, you don't want to reveal a little bit too much of your game.
Yeah. I got you. So for number one, what's important is like Natasha's battle tested. When you look at her resume, and if you watch her fight, right? So like I follow Natasha. I watched her fights before I got this call. You know what I'm saying? The crazy thing about it is she's fought big punchers, not just big names. She's fought big punchers, and they're not knocking her out. So like I think that's also a big factor you have to watch. You know what I'm saying? Is that she can take a punch, she can give a punch. She's knocked down. You know what I'm saying? Shadesha, she knocked her down. You know what I'm saying? She's fought. Yeah. She's fought Hannah Gabriel. She's Tam Tebow, who just be rocking people. You feel me? And like she put in the work. You know what I'm saying? I watched that fight. With Natasha, you know what I'm saying? She got some slick head movement. You know, I'm not going to deny it, but slick head movement. I feel like she's gotten better in the last 2 years from what I've watched, and then how she's doing now. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge fighters based off all the time who they're fighting. I want to see increases in their arsenal and their movements and things that they're doing. I feel like she's gotten better. Again, I think that women peak differently. It looks a little bit different on us, honestly. Same thing, you know, just a side note, you know what I mean? Clarissa gained even more power as she got older, right? Like at a certain level. But Natasha, you know what I'm saying? She's slick. One of the things though is she does slow down. You know what I mean? Her stamina is slows down after some rounds. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that consistently. I didn't see she's versatile. I did see like she's got some versatility when it comes to her defensive ability, but stamina is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Stamina is a thing. Like stamina is huge. Understand that like she's coming down, right? She's a middleweight fighter. She's done super welter before, but she's a middleweight fighter. So she's coming down. So with that said, like she by technicality, even though I'm a big puncher, she has the advantage, right? Because she's coming down in weight. But like when I say faster, I'm faster. When I say stamina, like that's a big thing. That's a big factor. The positive to that though for her is she's a veteran. You know what I mean? She got a lot of experience on big stages. Yeah. That's a big advantage. Unless you're a fighter, it's huge when you aren't used to being under lights consistently and you got to feel energy and you got to work with all that type of stuff. So I feel like she has some advantages when it comes to that. But like, you know, also her, I don't feel like she has like a lot of speed when it comes to her punches. She's awkward. Her style's awkward, sure. Yeah. But I feel like when it comes to throwing combos, when it comes to you know getting it out there, combinations, movement, you know what I'm saying? Also, I don't feel like people have really pressed her enough.
Okay.
Her last fight, listen, I don't feel like Maricela was pressing her enough. And that could be any reason. That could have been because Natasha's energy was in there, had her spooked. I don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like anyone's made her, at least in these last few fights, have made her really like have to work like that work, you know, recently.
Wow. All right. Wow. This is what I like to hear. That just amps up the fight a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, right.
Yeah. With that being said, when you looking at your opponent, and I'm not just speaking about Natasha directly, just any opponent, do you focus on their flaws or do you focus on their strength when you're getting ready for those individuals?
So for me, I focus on what's repeated on both those sides. So what is being repeated over and over and over again, guaranteed in the fights in the back. If you got, you know, that's the cool thing about footage. You got to be very careful with that because you can't. It's hard to judge a fighter if they have a high IQ, right? Because they're making adjustments in there. But if you watch a fight over and over and over and over again and you see certain habits repeated, those are the things I look for. It doesn't mean that in the fight, if I catch that, she won't make an adjustment. It just means that she's been getting away with it, right? So like one of her big strengths, listen, it seems to have worked at least once with everybody. I think except for maybe Tam, but I think it's worked once with everybody. She got her twitch muscles on that right overhand is nice. she got a nice like trigger, like boom, where she throws it that right hand out, it comes out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what
people could watch. Exactly, and people could watch that and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that." Like, but it's different when you're in the ring with someone, and it's sneaky because of her footwork. You know what I'm saying? She's got special twitch muscles, bro. Like her response to be able to throw it like that. Everybody thinks, "Oh, well, she's ducking her head. It should be slow." I don't know why people aren't seeing it. Nah, that's not how that works. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she's very slick with that. It also she looks like she's strong, you know, inside. We're gonna see.
Yeah. So she's fought a lot of girls that are taller than her, and I think you have as well. So like I think you guys are around, like what I think she's like 5. I think she's about 5'7", 5'8" as well. Like I know they list you as 5'8". Is that your real height? Because sometimes boxers.
Yeah, that's my true size. You know, some people be lying. They be playing games.
Yeah.
They be playing. That's my last fight. She like 5'10", almost 6 foot. I like, yeah, you know, talking about she 5'8", but yeah, no, that's my length. And I have long arms too. So
okay,
the positive, you know.
This is a very intriguing fight. And at first, like I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. I had to do some research. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I did my homework a little bit, and I think this is an even matchup just on, you know, your styles, you know what I'm saying? And the height. You guys, you know, both you girls are not fighting anybody, you know, 3 inches or 4 inches taller than you. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be very intriguing.
Yeah, you know, I'm like, my big thing too is like, with all of her experience, you know what I'm saying? I'm training with young men, you know, with young men that by the end of camp, I need to match their speed or be better. So I love my stamina. I like my stamina needs to be out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Out of this world. That's the only way you're gonna win a belt anyway. I gotta work so hard for this. She's the vet, she's the champ, she got the belt, she coming down in weight a little bit, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of work that I have to do. So I know she's training, I know she knows.
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't have took this fight. I wouldn't have took this fight, yo. We could get into that. I had a fight lined up to go. So I'm technically a 147 fighter, but the girls were always coming in big. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll stay at 154. You know what I'm saying? So I've been fighting at 154. So I took this quick fight with Mary Casamasa. Jump start, didn't feel good in there, but lasted the rounds. I'm like, all right, I need to train full time. I'm back on it. So I'm training. And so I was like, cool, I'm about to go fight at 147. So that's what we were focused on right now. You know what I'm saying? Then this promoter hit me and was like, mind you, I just watched Marticela and Natasha fight. And he's like, do you want to fight? Like, I think it would be a good matchup. So I told my matchmaker, like, this doesn't really make sense to me because she's a middleweight. I don't understand. I don't fight at middleweight. This doesn't make sense. And I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I feel like it was an easier fight. You know what I'm saying? At 147 for sure, it was an easier fight for me. More money too.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, she's got a belt at super welter. And I'm like, and so this is what my brain did. I'll keep it 100. This is what my brain did. My brain did. Fuck though, I want the easy fight though, and the more money is so easy. Like that's not even a big deal. Like, fuck, I want the easy fight, cakewalk. I'm about to smash this girl at 147, get a little bit of extra money. And I was like, Natasha got hella experience. I'm not ready yet. And I thought about that shit, and I said, bitch, you gotta go fight her now. You gotta do it. You're tripping. Fuck that money. You're tripping. You definitely gotta do it now. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
I got a question then. That 147 fight, where was that fight going to be at?
West Coast.
West Coast. But this fight is in Virginia.
Where?
So did that change anything because it's closer? Closer to New York? You think you get more people, more fans in there for you?
Yeah. So we got people, you know what I'm saying? We got people coming down. I got some homegirls. My sister's actually flying if she can make it because of work. She's coming from the West Coast to Virginia. We got some people coming in. They should, if they haven't bought tickets, they're going to. You know, we got more people coming through. So we'll know for sure, but we definitely got people coming. That I do know.
What we got to do is this guy down there with the big, you know, I don't know if that beard is real or fake, but with the big beard, he's in DC. We got to get him to this fight in August. D-Free, you
word.
D-Free, you got to go. August 22nd.
Where you at? Where you at, D-Free?
In DC.
DC?
Yeah.
D-Free in DC, yeah? Word.
He's
Yeah,
like,
you got
he's
to.
He's like a hot skip and a jump over there.
That's it. Word. What's that, a 6-hour drive? 8 hours.
So what part of Virginia are you going to be at?
It's next to Richmond. It's 20 minutes from Richmond.
Oh, no, that's like 2.5, 3 hours.
Oh, come
Yo,
on.
you got people in the chat?
Yeah, let me see.
You got people in the chat?
Because I'm blind.
What up, y'all?
Yo, what
Who's
up?
in there talking shit?
Got questions in the chat. Let us know. Yeah, there's people. Everybody just saying what's up.
What's good? No, I don't matter. I'm not really the shit talking type, honestly.
Yeah,
I just don't care enough. I love fighting, yo, like for real. You see, I fought. You see the people that I fought. I genuinely like to fight.
Yes. Let me ask
fight.
you a question, because you have the reach. You guys are about the same height. You have the reach. I said it like 3 times already. You have the reach of Natasha. Did you see the fight with Shadeja Green and Natasha Spence?
No, I didn't. I didn't even see that fight. No, listen. I tried to. Listen, I tried to. I even looked it up like a few days ago. I was like, man, why haven't I officially seen? I've only seen highlights. I'm like, why can't I pull this up? But the universe playing with me. It's fine. No problem.
I'm gonna see if I can send it to you, because I think
the
game plan that Shadeja had in that fight might be part of the game plan you may want to go with.
Maybe
when you see her. But I got another question real quick. So the fans and the people watching, when they see your fight, what do you want people to take away from their fight? What do you want their reaction to be after watching you fight?
Oh man, like, so the principle of what was happening, my mindset, whether it was Natasha or whoever else, was just for everybody to know like exactly who I am, where I'm at. I feel like all my fights, honestly, I feel like I haven't fought at the level that I'm meant to be at and the level that I'm at. And I just want everybody to see, like, what I'm saying? Everybody calls me Pressure the Lioness, I want everybody to see that's what it is,
Mm-hmm.
That's really just what it is. It's just, there's a separation, and I need there to be a separation in when people see me. So they don't look at me and they go, oh, like, look at this female fight. I want them to look at me and be like, nah, she can fight, like, for real. Like this, I tell people, what's the difference between a lion and a lioness? Not shit when it's running at you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's what I want. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, that's what I want. I want them to clearly see. I don't give a fuck about Natasha, honestly. I want them to clearly see what I got going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really don't care. I really like to fight. At the end of the day, I either need a KO or I need to destroy her. And even then, it might go to the judges. We know how boxing works. So the principle of the matter is to show who the fuck I am. That's it, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? And it just happens to come with a bonus belt.
Exactly. Yeah, we got the WBA. I think the WBA is a super welterweight. Is that 154? Correct?
Yeah, super welter. Yeah, super welter. Word.
Yes. Okay. Now, D-Free, if you got anything, jump in. But I got one last question and maybe one more. But women's boxing, you just said, women's boxing. What do you feel about the state of women's boxing today in comparison to what it was? Are you happy with it?
I was just about to ask that same question.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. D-Free, you got to get that connection.
Yeah, I mean, of course you got to be happy with what it is from what it was, right? But what I will say is that I feel like there's a weird split, you know what I'm saying? Between skill and like elite skill and really being a warrior and really doing this, and like being kind of good but picking your fights and having the right management teams, and you know what I'm saying? So then you have this split, and those women and these women are both considered high level, but they're making, the other side is making us look like, what are we here for? You know what I'm saying? That's why an MVP has so many of the top females, you know what I'm saying? Other that too, plus I feel like there's actually more fighters out there, and for some reason, this is the business side I don't know about, but I feel like we're always fighting Americans in the States, you know what I'm saying? But there's some really good fighters outside of us and around the world, you know what I'm saying? So I'm interested in why that is, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of Mexican fighters, MVP Mexican fighters, you know what I'm saying? MVP mixes it up because it's MVP, but you know, a lot of fighters are fighting it within the States, but you got like, even in the middleweights, you got, super welter, you got like Jessica, I don't know a lot of people's last name, Messina, she's in Australia. You got Sedem Ama. Y'all know who she is?
That doesn't ring a bell. I'm not gonna lie to you.
She's like 5-0, and she's in Africa, but she's filthy. I don't feel like she's had enough competition, but she's filthy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got Michaela, you got Cameron, you got them, you got Elia, you got O'Shea. But I feel like, but I feel like they should be going. They can go bigger. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's my thing. Is like they can go bigger. I don't really know what's going on with O'Shea right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she's been fighting and she just got a lot of stuff going on too. But I feel like they should be going bigger. You know, where they should be fighting Michaela. Michaela's going for Cameroon. I don't know why they're not fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like once you start, there's big fights out there. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they should be going for it, you know? That's what I see in women's boxing is this kind of like certain levels. They're like,
you mentioned
I don't want to fight.
No, I got you. But O'Shea, we had O'Shea on. I got to interview O'Shea. Free and another.
I like O'Shea too. I'm not gonna hold you. I expect to fight her one day. I like her.
I'm gonna give her a call after this and tell her to look at this fight.
I like her. I love her. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, she's really good people. But I think she was going through something about a year ago. So that
exactly
process and stuff. So, but
that's why I said I don't know what's going on with her. I meant that.
Yeah, her last fight, I thought they robbed her of a victory. They scored it a draw. I thought she won.
Yeah,
right.
That happened.
That was a joke.
Yeah,
but definitely, she's
that's definitely what happened.
And I think she wants to fight like Michaela May. I think she wants to fight the top girls. I'm not sure what MVP is trying to do, but I think she does.
So. Yeah, O'Shea's on that's why I point that, like, I don't really know, because I know she did have family stuff. You know, she's been fighting while she's fighting through a lot. I do know that. Yeah. You know, we all know the little whispers. That's where I would say with women's boxing, it's getting better. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? The lower weight classes too, it's very active. It's very nice. You know what I'm saying? But there's a reason, you know what I'm saying? Even Natasha, she had a hard time for a minute finding fights, right? Yeah. And that's because, like, people look at the records like, oh, she doesn't have the best record, but she's battle tested and she's gonna push you. And I feel like that other half of female fighters, they don't want that. They don't want a real test. You know, they don't want a real. There's a half of women that are like, I can keep training the same way I've been training, and I don't have to work crazy hard, and I don't have to get in there and really test myself and push myself and kill myself. And I'm like, what are we here for? You know what I'm saying? But that's me, you know. That's me.
I feel like more women are getting the opportunity now because of an MVP and because of, like, I guess, Salida with, you know, Clarissa and Salida. I think there's more opportunity, and the pool is not as big as the men, but I feel like it's growing too. And you are getting quality matchups. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I like you know, female boxing, because especially last few years, because you are seeing the best versus the best. Maybe not number one versus number two, but you are seeing those top quality matchups most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me.
No, it's cool. And it takes a handful of fights to get there, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the entire pool. I'm talking about the whole pool.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the whole. That's my mind. I'm talking about the whole pool.
Yeah.
Versus, like, it's way better than what it was, like, by a million times, and we are seeing great fights, right? But I'm just talking about the whole pool.
Yeah. No, I got you. D Free, you wanted to say something? You look like you was going to say something.
Realistically, where do you see you within the next year or so? Where you want to be at?
You say, where do I see myself? Did I say a year? Did I hear a year?
The next few years, right? Oh, you said next year or two?
Yeah, within the next year or two, where you want to be at?
Oh yeah, so with that, so within a 1 year, 12 months from now, I should be a contender for a belt. if I do all these things right. For an official world title, but a sanctioned full belt, one, at least one.
Okay.
You understand? Because this is an international belt, right? Like we're getting at this puts you in line for a big sanction belt. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason that if I get this, boom, that's it. Now we're going. You feel me? I do also want to be real and say, like, I'm also trying to get active in 147 while I elevate in 154. You know what I'm saying? I like to say I like to fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different route than a lot of people. People want to, like, this is your weight class. Let's get it here. You got this belt here. Keep going. I want to keep going. But like this, you know, Natasha put up the belt, you know what I'm saying? But there's a rematch clause in there too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Okay. There's a rematch clause. So I get the belt. We got a rematch, right? But in between that, I'm fighting.
Yeah. Okay.
In between that, I'm fighting. You know?
Okay.
I want to stay very active, but the goal is 1 year. Yeah, I want to stay active. That's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? But also 1 year from now, that's the point. Get this belt. That means that it's time to go big. It's time to go big. That's it. There's no reason to, and not just go bigger, but also people should be trying to take this belt from me.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what we want the men to do. We got to do the women. No exception. You know what I'm saying?
I am worthy of the belts on top of that because I hope everybody who you want to fight, cool, check. Oh, you want to fight, cool, check. It don't matter if I want to fight you or don't want to fight you. You want to fight, perfect. Yes, that's the answer. Yes, check.
No, absolutely. That's what we want as fans. You know what I'm saying? We want to see the best fight the best, and we want to see people challenge themselves. We don't want to see people try to take the easy fights and stuff like that.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So
yeah, 154 is though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the plan. You know, 1 year from now, we want a full world title. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then blast off from there. It's just very realistic now that we're here. It only makes sense.
Yeah. I got a few. Let me get a comment here. My homegirl Shower, yes indeed, spot boxing. She says most of the women don't seem that hungry. You know, she says I wish.
Word.
You know, I agree with that. My man Frontline in the building, he's making fun of D Free. He says D Free's got them Temu headphones. We got a bunch of jokers in the chat.
Word.
Listen, you know, when it comes to female boxing, I think one of the things that I like recently last year and with MVP is that they give the women the platform to tell their stories, to tell where they came from, you know, and like we're giving you the platform to tell your story because I'm intrigued by that because, you know, it's not like one day you said, all right, I'm going to box and then you box tomorrow. Like there's a process, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yours is very intriguing because, you know, you started off late and you already jumped into the wolves. You already went in there and said, yo, let me get the biggest and baddest. And you've been in there with some tough competition already. So, and I respect that. And I like that. And that's what I like about the women's boxing right now. And as far as like MVP and some of these other platforms is they give the opportunity for the females to tell their stories and to get them in TV, you know what I'm saying? And give them more of that limelight that they deserve because the men out here, you know what I'm saying? There's some good quality male fighters out there. But at the end of the day, they're looking for the easy, you know, the easy fights and the big money. You know, they want 7 digits, 8 digit paydays, and they only want to fight once a year. Like, I mean,
right.
It's crazy, you know what I mean?
Right. Word. It is. It really is. You know, it really is. Yeah, it gets the boxing. You know, I love boxing. What can I say? You know, it's easier for me to love boxing too.
You follow the men?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And who are some of the top fighters or some of the fighters that you like? Okay,
so that's a deep question because we talk about styles, right? I'm not like so up to date. Like right now, of course, we all love. I feel like everybody really loves Boots, you know. But I'm a big fan of Bilal. I'm like a big fan of Bilal. You know Bilal? I'm not good with last names. He's European. He's European.
Bivol?
No, Bilal. Bilal.
I don't know who that is. BILA.
Oh, he's Commonwealth. They won't let him out of Europe, but he's filthy.
Okay, I gotta look him up. It doesn't ring a bell.
Word. Okay, yeah, most definitely.
Like about?
So it's his attitude, and also it's his style. Like, he's very awkward. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say like he's a giant. I feel like he's a big puncher, but like he could be. But it's his energy, like his style, his energy. He's awkward. You know what I'm saying? And he really just doesn't. He just doesn't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't. Okay. He doesn't care. Then outside of Boots,
you just put me on to somebody, so now I gotta look him up. So now,
yeah, but I don't even know. I'm not good with last names. Maybe somebody in the chat knows who I'm talking about. Y'all gotta know who I'm talking about. Somebody definitely knows who I'm talking about.
Bilal.
You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know what I'm saying, Richard, you gotta clean boxing, pure boxing, perfect jab. Like Kitchen's, like you can't argue with him. Like it's a wrap. It's a like for real. He's brilliant. Like brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to the IQ game, when it comes to accessing the jab, when it comes to making adjustments, people get mad at him sometimes for the adjustments that he makes for fights, but he does exactly what he's supposed to do when it comes to making an adjustment when it comes to a fighter. I feel like I'm trying to think of names that I know that y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, I threw Bilal out there.
Bilal Fawaz? Fawaz?
I don't even
in the chat. I don't know who that is.
He's in Europe. So he originally, like, basically his long story short is that he came over as a kid illegally because he was escaping something, and they kept him in Europe. But he's got like a Commonwealth belt. He's off the hook. He's dope. I really like him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say that. I mean, of course, you know, Shakur. I'm a big fan of Tank, and that's like obsessive. Obsessive. I'm obsessive. I would say I try not to give y'all names. Y'all know these names, like you know what I'm saying. But I'm obsessed with. I've always been obsessed with Tank, though. Really? Obsessed, okay. But more outside of. Say again.
No, I said really. Okay. No.
Yeah, I actually think that he can do so much more than what he does. Honestly, like, you know, he's just brilliant. You know, he packs a punch all the way through, but I feel like he could do so much more. Like he could speed punches, like combos, movement. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like someone has impressed him to really have to do all that either. You know, but outside of that, I like the old school fighters. You know what I'm saying? I like Lomachenko for his footwork. I like Roy Jones for his opera style. I'm a Sugar Ray Leonard fan. You know what I'm saying? And Hearns for sure. You know what I'm saying? I love Hearns. I know, like for real. Like I know I do like Sugar Ray's footwork and ability to punch off the front and back foot, and Hearns' jab movement, but his special foot, also his footwork, his pivots. I'm a big fan. You know what I'm saying? It's all about style. It's like
yeah. That's what's up, man. I like to hear it. I mean, Tank Davis, it's funny that you mentioned Tank Davis. I like Tank Davis too. In my personal opinion with Tank Davis, I don't think his head is all the way into boxing right now.
Word.
I don't think, you know, I just
think you mean right now with everything going on with him?
With everything going on, but even before that, like there was signs that he wasn't all the way in boxing 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know, so, and I know like he's had some legal issues, but I feel like he's got some more personal problems and stuff like that because of only some of the interviews that he's done. Like, you know, talking about he only want to box for a couple more years, talking about he wants to see a psychiatrist or get more therapy, but he can't do it while he's boxing. Like, those are signs to me that he's not 100% into it, you know? So just my opinion, but Tank is a good one. I like Tank. I just wish we could see Tank. You know, as a fan, we get greedy, right? Like when you kind of, and I tell people, and I've been starting to tell the people this more and more, stop falling in love with fighters, because when you fall in love with fighters, they're going to do something to hurt you. But if you're a fan of a fighter, you want to see them work, right? Because you don't want to see them once a year. You want to see them maybe 2 times, 3 times a year. You know what I'm saying? Because you appreciate what they do in that ring. You know what I'm saying? So
You ain't never lie. Ain't no lie.
You know,
it ain't. I mean, too. Hey. So, what do you think about? I know we got to go in a bit. What do you think about Devin signing? Do you think Devin and Keyshawn are gonna for sure?
Yeah. Listen. I criticize Devin a lot, but it's mostly because of his fans, because his fans are out of this world. I think Devin is a phenomenal fighter, and I think that deal that he did with the Zone is a beautiful deal, and I think he should have done that much sooner, because he's another one. He hasn't been in the ring in 8 months. He hasn't fought since November.
Right.
And he had a great performance, right? He beat the top guy at 147. He's the new champion. Now let's see you work. Let's on to the next one at welterweight. And for me as a fan, I just want to see more activity, things done. And I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like he's one of the fighters, just like Shakur and them, that overpriced themselves, and they want to get 8 figures, 7 figures, whatever it is, for certain fighters, right? And the money's not going to be there unless it's another top name. So, in my opinion, this deal is great, because now he should be able to get the fights he wants now. You know what I'm saying? I just wish it would done a lot sooner. And that's my only criticism and knock on the team. And listen, as a fan, I shouldn't tell nobody how to move. You move your career the way you want to. But what I'm saying, from me, as a person that respects and love what this guy is doing, I'm a little bit selfish. I want to see you do more, right? And I don't think that's a bad thing as a fan. That's what fans do. You know what I'm saying? And people, say, oh, let him do what he wants to do. And that's the problem I have with some of his fans. And the same go with Shakur fans and Tank Davis fans and et cetera. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, these are special athletes, right? They're not no regular Joe Schmoes. They're special, right? That means that they live the fighter's lifestyle, but they're better than all these other fighters. That's what I determine as special, and we just want to see them work. That's all. So hopefully him and Keyshawn get a phenomenal fight. I don't think Keyshawn's quite as ready, but I think Keyshawn is going to give him a good test. I don't think he beats him, but I think it's going to be a good test. And both fighters going to gain a lot of experience from that matchup.
Yeah, word. I feel that. Okay. You know your stuff.
A little bit. A little bit.
Word. Before we go to Ryan and Ben.
Ryan and Ben, I'll be real with you. I don't like Ryan. I don't like Ryan. I can't stand him. But I think he beats Ben. I don't think Ben. Ben hasn't fought at 147 in a while, and it's been years. And now he's coming down the weight, and his defense is just not there. I expect Ryan to win, and probably win by knockout. Does it happen? Okay. I don't know, but I'm not really up for that fight. Because I'm not. Ryan Garcia.
No, I think if I tune in, it'll be if Ben can get in without getting touched a little bit in the beginning. I think it'll be a little entertaining at first, but I think Ryan's gonna catch him, and it's gonna shock him a little bit. That's what I. But if we're gonna see. We'll see. I don't know. I might pop in. I just want Ben to get inside. I want to see if Ben can get inside a little bit quickly, because he likes to bang. But I don't know.
I think he can. I think he's. One thing about Ben, I think he's going to sell out a little bit, and he's going to give up his face, because that's what
exactly.
To try to get his. So I think he will. But whether it has effect on Ryan, we have to see. It's a little intriguing, but if I got to be real with you, I'm not.
I'm not paying for it.
I'm not paying for it. I'm not.
Word.
One more. Since we're talking about fights, I'll give you one more this weekend. Errol Spence makes the return against Tim Tszyu.
Oh man, listen. So, so this is what I said. Old Errol would have lost to Tim, but what I'm seeing, there's some difference in his movements. There's some tweaks in his movements, some adjustments that's been made, and I feel like he's gonna pull that one out. He's gonna pull that one out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's gonna pull that one out. I was nervous though before.
I can't believe you just said that. Wait, time out. I gotta give you a timeout here. I can't believe you said that, because I think people in the chat are gonna kill me. I'm surprised D Free didn't say anything. Did you say the oldest Spence of a few years ago would lose to Tim Tszyu?
No. I'm saying what No. What I saw in the fight with Crawford, what I saw then, if he did that now, he would lose to Tim.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But I can see that there's difference in his movements and everything. Like if he was to fight just like that.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. No. We not hating on the chart. Come on now. Don't do me like that. Please don't do it. I'm like, wait, what did I say? I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm not, I think it'll be a good fight though. You know what I'm saying? But I got Arrow winning it. I got Arrow. Yeah, I got
Arrow. I think Arrow by stoppage. That's how I got him. I got money on Arrow. He better not lose.
Yeah,
No, I don't think he's gonna lose. I don't think he's gonna lose that. I don't think he's gonna lose. I actually don't think he's gonna lose at all. I got Arrow. I'm like, especially on the movements I've seen, he's looking good. He's looking sharp. You could tell there's something a little different. Again, he got a new trainer, so you could always when you watch fighters and you watch and when you know boxing and you know bodies and you can tell little twitches, little things, you could see something's a little different, a little better.
Okay.
So
I think he stopped him late. He made some quit on the stool.
what
was that?
Say it again, DP?
Hold on, let me take this out. I think Earl. Hold up.
I said I think Earl stops him late, makes him quit on the stool.
Oh, word.
I got I see 8th round. I picked the 8th round.
Okay.
Arrow and
I thought it would go I thought it would go the rounds and he'd win. Honestly, I had him winning like 10-8.
In the 10th to 8th round? Between 8
No.
and 10?
Winning on the cards 10-8.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
Total. Like he might have a couple 10-9 rounds, but I said if he does everything he's supposed to do and just I feel like and Tim can push through, I said 10-8.
Okay. Yeah,
some people hate me for that. No, they mad at me for that. There's people mad at me.
They can't be mad at you for that. That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But real quick before we go, D Free, you got anything? Because D Free, you seem settled. You're in your base. You know what I'm saying? My man D Free, man, he's active. We're gonna get D Free out to Virginia to see your fight.
Word. You got you. This is my first podcast too. You asked me questions that made my mind go blank. I didn't know that's what happens. Like obvious stuff I know. My mind went blank. Like you asked me about fighters and stuff. I'm like, but I know that. And this is my first podcast.
Oh, that's what's up. Well, we can have you again. We like talking boxing. If you like boxing,
yeah, for sure.
You obviously like boxing because you're a boxer.
I do.
You're always welcome back to talk
Thank
boxing.
you. Word.
We love
you're in the Bronx, huh?
What's up?
You're in the Bronx?
I'm in the Bronx. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna come see you when I come back to New York.
Yeah, man. We'll make it happen.
I was trying to get there for the last bit of training camp this round, but it was it's too much work this time. Too much work.
Well, you know what's crazy? August 15th, the week before your fight in Brooklyn, they're doing a parade for Shushu for Bruce Carrington.
Word. Okay.
Yeah, they doing a parade. I might head out there and check it out for a little bit, so yeah.
Lit.
But yeah, you're always welcome to come back 1,000%.
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna touch base with you in Instagram. I see my homegirl, the Jab Queen, in the chat. She does a podcast. She loves talking boxing and interviewing. Maybe I could link you guys up together. You over there. I mean, so we'll get you on more podcasts, and help promote the fight and help promote you at the end of the day. You feel me?
That's what's up. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Tell Natasha I said I know y'all gonna talk to her soon. Until I said I'll see her on next week.
Yeah. I know next week you got my man KG is gonna. I think KG got her on a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know what's funny? I'm bad. I'm really bad. I was thinking about crashing it and telling you to come on and we just go talk to Natasha.
Pop up. Nah, don't do her like that. Don't do the champ like that. I'm cool with that. Listen, I got Aries energy. I'm for the shenanigans. Okay, I'm for the shenanigans. I'm with the shit.
Funny.
But like,
we'll wait till next week. We'll wait till next week. I think KG
word exactly. Word.
If my wife give me the permission, because my wife got me on lockdown. If I get the permission, I may try to end up on August 22nd in Virginia too.
Word, come on down.
I'm gonna see what's
up. Yeah, word. Y'all gotta make it. Yeah.
D3 is closer. We gotta get D3 there.
Word. We go all sit at the table together.
Yeah.
When I'll let y'all hold the belt.
Oh shit. Yo, I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna show Natasha
Word.
because after
Word.
you win the belt, you're gonna let us hold the belt.
Word.
You heard it
First
here.
podcast, first belt. You know what I'm saying? Worthy picture. Word.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Word.
That's what's up. But on a serious note, I really appreciate you
All
donating.
right. Thank you for having me, Kings. Appreciate y'all.
100%. Thank you.
Word.
So
Yeah.
we'll
Peace.
catch you. I'll talk to you. I'll hit you on the gram.
Word. Peace.
All right. Be safe. That was Precious Harris-McCray, aka Precious Harris-McCray. Oh man, she's great. Her energy is great, man. I love it. That's that New York energy. I just want you to know. I know she's born, raised in Seattle, but it's that New York energy. That's what I'm saying. You know, and even if it wasn't, I'll be biased and I say it anyway. That's that New York energy, D Free. I'm telling you right now, man. I don't know about this August 22nd against Natasha Spence. That's going to be a great fight. 50-50 fight, because I know what Natasha could do as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
D Free,
yeah.
man, what did you thought?
No, it was a great interview. I mean, it's like we know what Natasha is like, and I've watched her fight, and it's hard to say because we just had her on for an interview, so you wanna have faith in her, you wanna root them on, and so it's like it's hard to say. Anything can play out, anything can happen in the fight. So I mean, I wish her all the best. She's up for a tall task, and I think if she coming in on her A game, I think she can get the job done. But it all depends on who's on their A game on fight night.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it all depends on the A game. And then, what's good about this fight also, and Precious told us this as well. And and watching Natasha, because she just had a fight a couple months ago, is that they're both in full training camps. They both had enough time. It's not short notice, so they're going to be in the best of shape, right? They're going to be very prepared. So no excuses. I think both are going to be very prepared. Probably be in the best shape. You know how fighters always say, "I'm in the best shape of my career." You know what I'm saying? But they're going to be in top-notch shape. Full
Right.
training camp, no short. 3 weeks notice. You know what I'm saying? So that to me is the best part of this. Like so, and I feel like it's still a 50-50 fight, and it's going to be a great fight. Natasha Spence is on a little bit of a roll now, and Precious looking for the opportunity. She just gave up. She turned down a fight that she said was easier and was offering more money for this fight.
Yeah.
So that tells you the mindset of Precious, going into this fight. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like, and I was telling this, like, as far as when it comes to Spence and Zoo, I also feel like fighters know who they're fighting. You know what I'm saying? They do the research themselves, they watch tape. And I feel like she took this fight for a reason. She sees something in Spence that says, you know what? I can beat this girl. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? So hold on one second. Let me see. I see. So I got to put on my glasses. I can't see. I'm blind. Shout out to my man. Who's this? My man Jay Gibson, TWT, man. Salute to you. With the cash, with the super chat. Appreciate you. Gold trophy. Thank you very much, man. Salute to you, man. Appreciate the love and support. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody in the chat. I saw everybody in the chat. Salute to y'all. I'm sorry I didn't get to shout you out. I wanted to get into the interview and stuff like that. And I got to get a better prescription on my eyes, bro. I can't see. So I got to put these glasses on sometimes. So I don't want to put the glasses on camera because I look like an old school, middle school teacher and shit. You know what I mean? So, but I've seen everybody in the building. Angie Baby, Shower, Oppen LD, Jay Gibson, my man Frontline, my man Oddfella in there as well. Jab Queen is in here as well. I mentioned her. I'm gonna try to get her because she does great work as well. Try to get her to do an interview. Shower too. Shower, if you want to do an interview too, why not? You know what I'm saying? Shower, we want you to come back and do some more content. We miss you. Who else is up in here? Let me just see. Trying to scroll real quick. Hopefully I got everybody. Bruce Gass, salute to you. And if I miss you, I'm sorry, but I appreciate everybody that came through showing love for the content and for the Roll with the Punches podcast and the interview. You know what I'm saying? So whether you're on D Free's channel or on my channel, salute. We're a team, you know what I mean? But with that being said, D Free, I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm supposed to go meet up with a couple people in the Bronx and maybe do another short podcast on the, in the corner with my homeboys from Four Corners, and maybe we'll be live tonight. D Free, I might go to Cigar Lounge.
I'm about to get myself together because I've been out all day and I got a little bit of work to do for my full-time job. And I'm trying to get ready for this Boo Boo Andrade fight that's coming on at 6:30. So I got a little bit of stuff to do before the fight comes on.
Are you planning to go live later?
I might go live depending on I was going to try to go live for the Boo Boo Andrade fight. But I've been doing a lot of ripping and running, so I ain't had time to set nothing up. But I might go live later after the fight is over and have some reactions about the fight. Okay.
All right. Well, if you do, let me know. And if not, maybe I'll try to do something tomorrow morning. We can talk about the fights that's happening.
We got a 9 a.m. fight tomorrow morning.
Which one is that one?
That's the AJ fight. He fights at 9 a.m.
Oh, AJ's that early. Jesus. Okay. So we'll see. Maybe let's see what happens. If you go live, let me know, and then I'll come through. And if not, we'll try to go live tomorrow in the morning, maybe late morning or whatever, and talk about these fights, make our predictions and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we're back, man. It's been a while, and we are back. Football season around the corner. We'll be doing some, I'm sure D Free, you'll be doing some football content. I'll try to do some football content. We'll do our pick'ems as like we always do. You know what I'm saying? So, we're back, baby, because I know it's been a while. So,
yes, sir. We are back.
Yeah, real quick.
We're back, baby. We are fucking back. We're back. Classic. We are back. We are back.
Definitely appreciate everybody that came through. Appreciate all the support. If you catch it on a replay, share the video. Spread the word about this fighter, Precious Harris-McCray. She's got a great story, and she told us today. And there's more to learn about her. So I look forward to learning a little bit more and watching her fight next month. So appreciate you guys. We're gonna sign off. Thanks for tuning in, rolling with the Punches Podcast. I'm Thomas from the Bronx. That's my man D Free, and we'll catch you on the next one. Be safe, everyone.